So we'll begin with Jacob.
Hi Laura, congrats on the win tonight. Two questions. First, your overall thoughts on the game, but then also with the win and the clean sheet, Fallon joins quite the lineage of goalkeepers that you've coached in terms of all-time leaders with clean sheets. So I was wondering if you could also just talk about what just what Fallon brings to the team and the growth that you've seen firsthand since you joined the team, returned to the team.
Yeah, I thought. I thought. Was the first part about the game? Okay. Yeah, I think the overall feeling about the game was they're a good team. They're coached well. They came with a strategy to try and stop us, and it took us a little bit of time to work out how to sort of solve that. But I think in the second half we started to really gain some momentum. I think Kaylin Sheridan pulled off some really good saves, and then they had a couple of chances and Fallon did really well. And then obviously we stuck at it and just kept grinding away and obviously getting that late goal was great. Actually blacked out, I had no idea who scored. And yeah, about Fallon, I think last year she set the bar for herself really high early in the Challenge Cup and early in the season because she had to make loads of saves, and that was sort of catching everybody's attention. And honestly, we don't want her to do that. So I think then we started to get a little bit of a grip more collectively on not having to make her make a ton of saves. And I think that changes the dynamic of what she has to do. And I think her evolution now, which I think you saw tonight, is even when she doesn't have to do tons of stuff, she can do really high level stuff. And we're really we did a really good job last year in our recruitment, I think, in having the 3 goalkeepers that we have, because they push Fallon every day, and the training environment for the 3 of them is exceptional. So I know that Fallon has been pushed on the field in games, and she's stepping up to that. And he's also pushed every day by Laurel and Claudia, and I think that they collectively do a really good job of that, which in a really healthy way, which I think is really important.
One of your big off-season moves was acquiring Emily Sonnet.
Yeah.
Tonight, first minute, she's right up front. She's listed as a defender on the sheet, but she seemed to be playing more of a 6.
Yeah.
Are we going to see her attacking out of the back a lot more this year?
Yeah, I think Sonnet's been excellent for us. Obviously, when we talked about signing her, it was very quick, and we made it very public that it wasn't planned. But I think the way that we've tweaked the way we play a little bit actually suits Sonnet being in the midfield. And obviously Quinn's working themselves back from injury, so having Sonnet and Olo's partnership that's been created over the last couple of games, I think has been really good. It adds a lot of healthy competition, and we know that Sonnet can play in the back line. We know she can play centre back. We know she can play full back, does so at international level. And I just feel that Quinn is exceptional on the ball, can really dictate the game on the ball. I think Olo is Olo. I will speak about her later, but I think Sonnet adds this grit and determination and willingness to break play up. And I saw a stat yesterday that she's won the most amount of something, ball recoveries or interceptions or something, by a long stretch for our team, which is exactly what I think she can do in there, as well as be creative on the ball. So yeah, I think it's something that you will see, but we also know she gives us some flexibility in the back line when we need it, like in this week with the 3-game week.
And then the second part is you brought Megan in with about 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
And was that just to stretch the field and widen the field because it was difficult to break down so that you could get more crosses in?
But she was allowed to play 20 minutes, so I gave her 66 minutes clicked onto the clock, and I screamed as loud as I could for her to come on the field. And yeah, I actually thought Z did a really good job, and there's a real development pathway for Z. And then Pino's hungry, has had a little injury, been working back from it, was unfortunate timing really. and we played a little inter-squad this week where we could get her 15 minutes, so we could get her 20 minutes tonight. And you just saw, she's a game changer. She's a game changer if she starts. She's a game changer if she comes off the bench. And she adds a layer to our attack. She added a layer to our attack in that last 20 minutes for sure.
All right, we can turn to Zoom. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and we will go to you next. Looks like there are no questions on Zoom. Are there any other in-person questions?
Your mantra over the years has always been goals change games.
Yeah, true that.
What are your feelings on like the big save?
Yeah, I feel like Fowler made 2 big saves. One where she had to then scramble back onto the line, and then the one late. They're massive, and Kaylin had to do the same thing. I think that these 2 teams specifically, in the last 2 seasons, have been renowned for making it really difficult for opponents to score against them, and the 2 goalkeepers had to stand up tonight and make saves, and the back lines had to grind it through. They have threats on their forward line and coming off midfield. We limited them. They limited us at times, but I feel like there's always going to be a chance had, and you hope that when that happens, your goalkeeper can stand up and make saves. And I felt like both did tonight. I don't think Kaylin could have saved a shot at any point. So, it's my saying, let's say, but it's just true. Goals do change games. It just changes the momentum, and obviously scoring as late as we did, they didn't have a chance to really change that.
Thanks, Jeff. And then we have a question on Zoom, so Dan, you can go ahead. Dan, you're muted.
Right before that came, she had that play in the box, and it looked like maybe Westfall's hand got up in her face.
I just got shown a photo of that. Yeah, it got VAR too. They checked it.
That was my question. Did they look at that quickly at VAR and decide they didn't need to check it?
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah. Yeah, supposedly they checked it.
I know it's early in the VAR world, but what kind of communication do you get on the sideline when there's a VAR check in terms of whether it's happening and maybe what the result is? Or why the result is what it is?
Minimal.
Thanks.
Yeah, not much, to be honest.
Thanks, Dan. And
Is that something you'd like to see change?
I think we're working through it. I think we will always want things checked no matter what, I think. So, I think we're going to ask for everything. The fourth did a good job of telling us if it was being checked, to be fair, but I don't think there was a clear, it's been checked and this is the decision and this is why. I don't think we're at that point, but they did communicate that it was being checked and if a check was over or not. We don't tend to get why it wasn't given.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Dan. And we do have Jacob here in person to close us out.
Fallon talked about giving credit to her back line for the clean sheet. And so, we all know what Lou, Alana, and Soph can do in the back line. I just wanted you to talk about how integral Sam Hyde has been to the back line and her development.
She's been exceptional this year. Exceptional, actually. I think she's been exceptional. I think that her development, she's improved tons. I think she believes in herself now too, which I think is a huge attribute to her. So yeah, her development's been exceptional. There's a lot of players in this group that I think that about. I could spit lyrics for hours about Olo. Olo is going to be top notch, and Sam's pushing her all the way too. I think, when you're a centre back in a back four with the people that she's with, could you get overlooked? Maybe. But I think she's been integral to how we've been playing. I think she's integral to how we build, not just defensively. I think defensively she's always been solid, but just in how we build and how we play, she has a big role to play in that. And she could have crumbled when we traded for Summit, quite easily, and she didn't. She stepped up. She was exceptional in pre-season, and she's been very, very good in the first 3 games of the season, I thought.
questions. Thanks, Laura. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.